My name's Susan Gunn, and this is my exhibition at Norwich Castle. My paintings are made from gesso, which is a historical substance traditionally used as a ground to paint on, but I use it in a contemporary way, engineering cracks and fissures in the surface. The gesso is made up from pure pigment and rabbit skin glue. It's heated and applied to the canvas in many, many layers. After the process of drying out, I rub down the surface in quite a time-consuming process to create this marble quality to the surface. Most of the paintings are geometrically divided, and what's interesting is the cracks and fissures overspill the geometry. They refuse to be contained, and the surfaces become reflective and absorbent depending on the amount of wax and polishing that I use. And also small nuances appear, which is a result of the tension in the canvas. The surfaces can be quite absorbent and also quite reflective. What I intend to create is a two-way conversation between the viewer and the artwork. These ground paintings are made using a pure lamp black pigment, and what's interesting is the oil residue in the pigment creates this marble quality and reflective quality to the surface because of the high oil content in the pigment. It becomes quite metallic when it's polished and rubbed down. The cracked surfaces are engineered by way of consistency of the gesso, which I alter depending on the atmospheric conditions, and also the temperature at which the gesso dries out. Gesso is traditionally a ground on which to paint, but I use it in a contemporary way. And also I concentrate on the defects in the surface, which technically are highly undesirable if you listen to some of the art critics through the centuries. I became aware of this beautiful marble surface when I was practicing the art of the gesso ground at art school, and I began to experiment with different consistency to create these fissures in the surface. The ground formation series were the final pieces that I did for this show, and really they embody the culmination of lots of different techniques and processes that I've learnt over the years. The way the surfaces are divided is quite important because they're spatially very balanced. The areas of cracking are sometimes overtly engineered, or what I would hope for, and sometimes some of the cracks and fissures are very unexpected. Like with this area here, the tension throughout the canvas is pulling in a horizontal fashion, and the organic nature of the cracking and the waves of fissures in this are quite interesting. These two orange grounds act as beacons of colour in the exhibition. The intense colour is created by using pure pigment with the rabbit skin glue binder. The exciting thing about the gesso surface is that it's very unpredictable. It depends on atmospheric conditions, the consistency of the gesso, the tension in the canvas, and it's impossible for me to recreate a painting twice. So each painting is unique, and even if I did the same process on two identical pieces of canvas, they would be both different. And really that's the crux of the work, the fact that I'm creating something which is beyond my final control. They become they have a life of their own.